So no. I don't want to hear none of that.
Boxing fans, we're here in London with a good friend of mine, Spencer Fearon. Spencer, how are you? How's things? How's life? What have you been up to?
I'm good, alhamdulillah. Praise be to God. Just come back from Palestine. Must got to say a massive big up to Al Medina 313, the charity. We raised a lot of money. We did a lot of food containers to go out to our brothers. We had to fly out to Jordan and then we crossed over to the border, and it was that. And I got to big up Jay Spades. Don't forget Jay Spades. You know, more money, more pagans. People have to recognise that.
Big up,
right.
big up.
You know what I mean? Yeah, and also, let me just say this, before we even start about anything else, let me just say a massive, tumultuous big up, yeah, to Anthony Joshua, Michael Jarman, and Kane Kawasaki. Those guys put on a remarkable thing for ACE, the African Caribbean Exchange, at Ruffles Hotel. It's like a hub base for the community. No one can't say Anthony Joshua ain't doing nothing for the community. What he put on was absolutely fantastic and groundbreaking at that level. It was like we was at a Jay-Z event.
No, you know what? Sorry, I got to intervene. Special big up to AJ for that one, because I was over there and the event was great. There was a whole heap of people from the community, notable faces and all of the above. And it was a great
Dyer
event.
was there as well.
Big
JD, big boy JD Dyer.
I did get the call up still.
Right,
shout out to
thank
AJ,
you.
shout out to MJ.
Come on.
Shout out to KD as well.
Come on.
Listen, the whole team was just
Powerful,
clean.
it was powerful,
When I say you left inspired, you understand.
I'm telling you, it was mad.
Great networking.
It was mad. Anyway, you better leave that on or I'll come for you. Right.
Yeah, all right, come on, let's talk boxing now. Do you want to talk about the fight? First of all, let's be a Bivol war fight. We've been calling for it for years as boxing fans. We need to get this fight done. Finally, Turkey Al-Sheikhs made the fight happen in Saudi Arabia. Break this fight down for me, man.
It's an excellent fight. You got the power and the underrated boxing ability of Baturviev, right? And you've got the boxing ability and the underrated power of Bivol. Bivol must hit hard enough, because if you watch his fight against Canelo wouldn't commit with shots, because if he did, he got caught with a 1-2 straight down the pike. And he thought, right, you know what? I don't fancy it, I've got to find another way. Here is two multifaceted fighters who are fighting for the undisputed light heavyweight championship of the world. And I'm saying this now, when we're looking at good fights, this is the closest thing, I would say, to when Michael Spinks for the Camden Buzzsaw in Dwight Muhammad Quarry in 1983. I could be wrong, I'm getting old. But in 1983 for the undisputed light heavyweight championship and the Ring Magazine title. This is one of those fights. This is a fight that goes back in history, because we know that the late 70s, early 80s in the light heavyweight division and the late 40s, early 50s was the best time for light heavyweight boxing, right? When it means like for competition wise. Right now, we are actually emulating the past. This is why this fight is so big. This is why Turkey Al-Sheikh, man, need to just give this man the most respect out there for making these fights happen, because it's happening. It's an amazing fight, bro. So I'm still siding for Baturviev. I was ringside. I've been ringside for two of his fights. When the man punches, it is like, you know, like when you're in the bath and you cup your hands and you slam it on the water and you hear the doo-doo. It's that kind of punching power that you're dealing with. And he's very underrated as a boxer. He's very talented boxer. So if he starts boxing, it's trouble. And that's what I see going on, man. It's good. That's the fight.
I do want to talk about the 5v5 that's just been announced. Great fights on each side. Let's go through each fight quickly and tell me who wins, because then we'll tell you up at the end who you think is going to be the victorious in this one. First of all, Craig Richards, Willie Hutchinson.
Craig Richards. I got Craig Richards winning that fight, right? Willie Hutchinson fights on a 2-second split pause where he feints, he throws his shots. While he does that, Craig Richards got brilliant, beautiful 1-2s down the middle, and also Craig Richards got a superb chin. So I got Craig Richards winning that fight.
Nick Ball, Ray Ford.
Tough one, wicked fight. Nick Ball, as far as I'm concerned, is WBC featherweight champion of the world. Let's get that straight. Really, truly, this should be a unification fight. It's a tough fight. I haven't seen a lot of Ray Ford. I've seen a couple fights, little snippets of him. I haven't really studied him, right? So I don't want to do an injustice to him. But Nick Ball's something else. So I'm going with Nick Ball. You know what I mean? Yeah. Nick. I got Nick for that fight.
Daniel Dubois and Filip Hrgovic.
Very difficult fight because we all know what happened in sparring. What?
Talk to me about what happened in sparring.
Daniel Dubois got knocked out in sparring. Everyone knows that, man.
No, but I wanted you to say that.
No, he got slept. No, I'm talking like proper. We're sleeping like he ate 10 night owls and drank vodka. It was one of them kind of knockouts. When it happened, I got the phone call. I heard. Doesn't matter because sparring is sparring. Sparring ain't fighting. You know what I mean? And Daniel Dubois now has encapsulated himself with a professional team that understands his fighting cultural identity. And because of that, we've seen in the performances, regardless that he came out second best against Usyk, it's Usyk. Usyk's friggin' a genius. He came up, so he boxed really good in that fight, right? He boxed excellent against Baby Miller. And the thing about it is this, where he could have opted to say, oh yeah, well, I'm just going to hang out and let things happen. No, he went for broke in the last round when he didn't have to because he could have won on points, right? So this here right now, I got Daniel Dubois coming. I'm going for Daniel Dubois in this fight. You know what I mean? I know he's going to underdog, but I'm going for Daniel Dubois to pull off something.
Hamza Shiraz and
hard fight. Ammo Williams.
Sorry,
it's a hard fight. I ain't gonna lie to you. It's a hard fight. But let me tell you this: Hamza Shiraz is the closest equivalent that this country has ever produced in Oscar De La Hoya.
You said that before, yeah.
I know, because everyone's talking about Tommy Hearns. I'll say enough people don't study boxing. I'm telling you this now. There is no similarities between him and Tommy Hearns except for the height, right? Hamza Shiraz, he's the real deal. He's a dedicated, consummate professional, and because of that, I have to go with the consummacy of him and also the dedication of him. And I've got Hamza Shiraz coming out victorious in this fight.
Let me just count that. So you got Hamza, Nick. Did you say Nick, yeah?
Yep.
Craig Richards.
Yeah, and Dubois.
And Dubois. So you got 3-1. So you're saying Queensberry are going to win before the last fight. But Deontay Wilder and...
Deontay Wilder, fair play. Let me just say a massive big up to Spencer Brown. He gives me a phone call and he goes, oh yeah, Spence, I got someone on the phone for you. And then I get to speak to Deontay Wilder. Yeah, I mean, you know me, he's been beefing for years. Cause I'm back in the Brits. But Deontay Wilder is a cool bro. And if he's on it, I got Deontay Wilder knocking out Zang. But he has to be on it. Because if he's not, he's going to come a cropper. But the thing about it is this, is that Zang has trouble with boxers. Deontay Wilder is not that archetypal boxer, right? They're trying to get him to box now. They know. Let Wilder stay to who he is. Wilder by name, Wilder by nature. Go do your thing. So on that, it's a toss-up. It's very difficult. It wouldn't surprise me if Zang comes out victorious, but I want Wilder to win simply because he could still be in there, and there's something in the back of my mind that I could still see Wilder being a big player, end up fighting AJ for a massive fight. That's what I see.
Quick last two from myself. Tyson Fury, do you say that he's an elite fighter? The only reason why I'm saying this is I was listening to Barry McGuigan and he said something in an interview where he said he's a good fighter, remarkable in many ways given his dimensions, but his record suggests that he's anything more than that. Do you feel like he's just at that level of just a good fighter, or do you feel like he is a...
No, that's disrespectful. Because let me tell you this, yeah? Tyson Fury, after beating Klitschko, who was unbeaten for a decade, and he didn't get old overnight because Anthony Joshua went in with Klitschko 18 months after and had life and death with him, right? And Anthony Joshua is a former Olympic gold medalist. Anthony Joshua is a World Games silver medalist, right? And a unified champion at the time. So no. I don't want to hear none of that. Tyson Fury is an elite fighter. The problem with Tyson Fury certain times is that his brain ain't elite. So he can get lackluster performances because of that. But that's very disrespectful to say that he's not elite. In today's terms, he's an elite. You can't put me with Lennox Lewis and that man there. He's not elite. He can't fight them the man there. That man with that Nyamin supper. Right? But I'm going to be real. Right? But of his generation, of the guys who are there, he's elite. Just like, because he's elite because of his boxing IQ. You know what I mean? I find that a little bit disrespectful coming from Barry McGuigan. I'm going to be real.
I'm not sure he meant it in a disrespectful way, but
I'm just saying this now. I'm just fine. No, I'm just going to be real. I like Barry McGuigan. Me and Barry McGuigan real cool from baby days. But that's a disrespect. It's a disrespect.
Final one from myself before I let you go. This weekend, big fight in New York. Ryan Garcia, Devin Haney.
Ain't no big fight.
But talk to me about this.
My man shouldn't even be fighting. Should he be fighting?
That's my question. That's my question.
Listen to me, yeah? When you're dealing with a disciplined fighter versus an undisciplined fighter, yeah? When you're dealing with a man that lives this and when a man that does part-times this. When you're dealing with a man who don't smoke, don't drink, doesn't live up to none of the stereotypes pertaining to people of his cultural identity. None of that. The man lives this thing and you're dealing with a youth who's a part-timer. You know what I mean? He might as well be a YouTuber boxer. You know what I mean? For all of his skills, he made his name because he got fast hands. Who's the best winner in his career? Femfora? Yeah. Exactly. How is that going to equate you? How is that going to equate you or get you ready to say that you're going in with a man that is an elite? Reason why he's elite, and he's not getting respect for it. The reason why he's elite, because him and his dad done it themselves. They ain't bowed and itch where they ain't itching and scratching where they ain't scratching. They ain't done none of that kind of foolishness. They ain't tommed it out or none of them kind of rubbish. They've gone out there, they've gone and done their business, and he's beaten good men. You know what I mean? He's beaten very, very good men. So let me just tell you this now. Nobody doesn't drop Rage's Prograde. No one don't do it. Rage's Prograde is a serious fighter. Right? No one don't beat Lomachenko, no matter how they would say, oh, it was a close fight, it was a robbery. No, brother. This guy's a real deal. Give Devin Haney his dues. For some strange reason, they don't want to give him his dues. Come and they're not gonna give me dues after he beat up my man on the weekend neither. So it's not no big fight. I'm telling you this now, it's not a big fight, I'm sorry.
Well, Spence, listen, it's always good catching up with you. Thank you so much for your time.
Only big up yourself, man. Keep on doing your thing, man. I love the channel, man. Love, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Thank you very much.